Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host, Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Thank you guys so much to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me and finding something valuable that I have to say that will assist you in your journey of recovery from the narcissist, or even in your escape from a narcissistic partner, family member, children. It can be anybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so appreciative that you are here with this support community, this tribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I wanted to tell you guys, I was not able to come on live. And of course, I wasn't able to pre-record anything on Sundays. So normally, I come on live on Sundays. And I did not get the opportunity to do that, but hopefully you went to my community tab. And even though we are a tribe here on YouTube, I wanted you to see your extended tribe. So I did post pictures of your extended tribe. It just so happened to be a women's conference. So Kings, it wasn't that it's just all women. I was talking to the Kings yesterday when I was at, Sunday, and I let them know that I need to take some pictures of them as well to let you guys know that you guys are not the only Kings, that we have some strong Kings that are a part of this community as well, that support all of us, and we support them. And so it just so happened that you got to see all the sisters. You get to see all your sisters within the tribe, men and women alike. So you got to see the other part of the tribe. And of course, I had the opportunity to let you guys see the great Apostle Helen Sadler, who is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. Please go and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Let's get her numbers up. Let's get this message out, because she comes to you from the biblical perspective of a narcissist, the spiritual aspect. And remember, those of you that are not Christians, no disrespect, obviously we all have our own belief system. It just so happened that my mentor and my spiritual parent is the presiding prelate of our church and many other ministries. She has many churches and leaders under her, and that's what she does. She leads, trains, and raises up leaders. And then she also talks about narcissist abuse. She talks about other topics. She just so happened to have the channel to talk about narcissist abuse from a spiritual aspect, from a biblical perspective. As a pastor, to give you guys information, and you can ask her whatever questions you want to. She's usually live Tuesday through Saturday, and she's usually in on the wee hours. That's usually about I think 1 and 3 in the morning on the West Coast, which is the Pacific Standard Time. And so I just wanted to come on, family, YouTube family. I want to talk to you guys. You guys are soldiers. This is going to be our staff meeting this morning, okay? Let's talk about some things, because I wanted to talk about picking and choosing the right type of counselors and mentors. This channel is dedicated to giving you information and helping you to identify narcissistic behavior, how narcissists think, how narcissists operate, the things they have done, why they're doing what they're doing, and to encourage you and strengthen you so that you can make your own informed decisions on the people that you're meeting, on dating, on professionals. And I always tell you guys that you have the right to interview the professionals that you want to work on your behalf, but you also are getting information from a clinical perspective, experiential perspective, dealing with people, and I am a trauma professional, so I also deal with people that have come out of domestic violence, have come from long history of domestic violence, abuse, sexual trauma. And so I deal with traumatized people all day long. And so there are certain behaviors or certain actions or certain things that they do to have adjusted to be able to survive in these relationships. And some of them have, I made a video, and I told you guys that when you come out of domestic violence and when you come out of a narcissist relationship, sometimes, like my mentor says, you come out with fleas. And so you come out with some behaviors that are very similar to a narcissist, and people can confuse you as a narcissist. Some of you have even asked me, am I a narcissist? This is how I'm thinking. Am I a narcissist? No, you're not a narcissist. You have picked up some coping skills. If you come from a family, a mother, a father, sister, brother, you come from a family that were narcissists and have abused you, you had to adapt in that environment in order to survive, to get out. And then you get back into a narcissistic relationship, and then you had to adapt, and you have learned to manipulate. You have learned to get your needs met. A lot of people have dealt with abuse. They have dealt with rejection and abandonment. And remember, I talked about it. Some people seek attention because they want to feel validated. They want to feel loved. They want to feel relevant. And so I wanted to say this, and let's do some house cleaning first. On this YouTube channel, please do not come on and promote going to slay other people's YouTube channel. Do not go out there. First of all, your mission in life is not to go shut down people's YouTube channel. Your mission in life should not be, if I want to give information, this channel is dedicated to bringing awareness so that you can go and you make informed decisions whether to join people's YouTube channel, coaching, counseling, whatever you're going to do, but it's not for you. Remember, I talked about, if there's a narcissist and you inflict injury, they're coming after you. And so a lot of you, do not come on my channel and promote and try to grab subscribers to help and start naming people that you think are narcissists. And it is your mission in life now to go have them shut down, to go expose them. In that case, you go make your own YouTube channel and you do like most of them do, so-and-so expose, so-and-so expose. The second thing is that as a trauma professional, I have been trained, and I make mistakes too, we're human, but I have been trained that I understand when people are really hurting and have been through trauma, they do and say things and are very vulnerable and sometimes very gullible, because they want attention. They want to feel like they're a part of a group. And so I'm very careful at the things that I say and do to make sure that people don't gravitate in the wrong direction. You have people coming on YouTube, and I'm teaching you guys, you have people coming on YouTube that are persuading you to go do things that I'm teaching you not to do in the first place. Number three, I think I'm on number three. Number three. Everybody that you call a narcissist or a narcissist coach may not be a narcissist coach. Now you're doing the very thing that the narcissist used to do. You are launching a smear campaign, and whoever I'm talking to, I'm talking to. You can email me later. I can call you and talk to you myself if you want me to. I love you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Love is going to tell you the truth. And it's not no erotic, sensual love. It's a love for mankind and to make sure that you get this information. So if you want to contact me after I make this video, you are welcome to contact me via email. I will personally call you. Stop that, because you're making yourself look bad. You don't go to other people's YouTube channel, even if you suspect that they are a narcissist or not, and just call them a narcissist. Some of them are not narcissists. Some of them are people that have survived narcissistic relationships, whether it was with their parents, whether it was with relationships. And sometimes, just like I teach you guys, before you make YouTube videos and get on their YouTube, you have to understand that this is social media. People come on here and they say whatever they want to say. And if you are triggered and don't know how not to react, I'm teaching you not to react. If you don't know how not to react, you're going to do the very thing that you've been doing the whole time you've been in relationships with narcissists. You're going to try to defend yourself. You're going to try to explain yourself. You're always going to go back and try to fight people. You don't have to fight people. You just delete them. And that's what I'm telling you. You don't go to other people's page and tell them that they're a narcissist. They may not be a narcissist. They may be a very wounded survivor that may be making videos before their time, before they have healed. But even in the process of making YouTube, if you go look back at some of my earlier YouTube videos, I wasn't sure how to bring the information. So I wasn't as animated as I was at one time. I wasn't comfortable yet because I wasn't sure how to bring the information. So sometimes people have to get, and sometimes they need mentorship. Sometimes they need help, because you guys can be brutal. You guys can be very, you say what you say, so whatever you do, do not come on the YouTube channel, because if they're blocking you, I will block you too, because you don't have the right. People come on my channel, you can say what you want to say. Now, if you come on here and you decide to tell me how fast I talk, I know I talk fast. I'm not going to stop that. I'm a fast talker. I talk fast. And I don't mean fast talking mean I hustle you, because English was actually, first time, it was actually my secondary language. I spoke German. Germans speak fast. Now I'm an English speaker. I don't speak German as well anymore, but I speak fast. Okay, I can slow it down for you, but once I get excited, I'm going to pick up again. So if you have something to say about that, or you want to say something about my hair, my makeup, if you want to make suggestions, email me. Don't try to be seen on YouTube, because then you're trying to be seen. You want the attention, the focus. You want the attention. So then I'll delete you. Well, that's no different when you go to somebody else's channel and you argumentative. You arguing with them, and then you're causing them chaos and havoc. And so some people, everybody is at a different level of professionalism. Some people are at different levels of learning, so you have to give them that grace, because if you go make videos, you're not going to be top-notch YouTuber either. You're going to make mistakes and people are going to attack you. So you got to be careful what you do, and you got to be careful when you call people out and claim that they're narcissists. There are some narcissist coaches. Absolutely. That you don't have to be on their channel. And why would you? I'm teaching you guys not to attack a narcissist in your personal life, but then you're going to go and attack a narcissist on social media. And then some of the people that you are attacking may not be narcissists. They may be hurt survivors that have not fine-tuned their skill and have not healed all the way. And so that's why I tell you guys, when you write a book, when you get on social media, when you start speaking publicly, you make sure that you're intact, because there are narcissists out there waiting to attack you and you cannot react. You have to learn to use that delete button finger. Remember I told you guys, delete. Don't argue. If you react, you delete. And so that you can maintain your professionalism, you maintain your credibility. And just like I said, some of you guys, you got to understand, even on my YouTube channel, I have elders on here. And when I say elders, I mean matriarchs and patriarchs. I have people of distinguished, that are distinguished, that sit in high places. When I say high places, very distinguished people that don't comment, but they look at the comments that you guys are making. Some of these people have been in some of the worst situations that they can possibly be in. You've been in some of the worst situations with a narcissist. You don't want to come to somebody's channel and then recreate that drama and that chaos is recreated. You want some place that you can feel at ease, you feel like you can trust, and it takes a while to build people's trust. It took a while to build your trust with me, for me to talk to you, even to talk to you the way that I do. And some of you, I have created relationships even through email. And so some of you trust me to know that I will try to safeguard you whatever way that I possibly can coming on this channel, because you don't need to be back in chaos. You don't need to be back in drama. You want a safe place to come and relax and feel refreshed and feel empowered. And some people don't like drama. And so some people don't want to affiliate with you. So if you create a channel, you do whatever you want to do. So-and-so exposed, Dr. Carmen Bryant exposed. Do that all you want to, but you're going to create a bad reputation I just use myself as an example, but you'll create your own bad reputation. And then you thought narcissists were out to get you. Oh, you have created a Hoover from many. So I want you guys to be careful. If you go to people's, if they're not for you, they're not for you. Don't subscribe. If I'm not for you, unsubscribe. Then I'm not helping you. Number two, when you're looking for a coach, you look for somebody, everybody has their own flavor. And that's why I was going to bring up this. Being a military leader, I always lean back on my military training, because that's where I got the most training on leadership and leading people. And one of the things that you have to learn is that a leader, a leader raises up leaders. Teaches leaders how to be leaders, teaches people, you get some of the most broken. So I had some of the most broken soldiers, but I saw their potential. And it was very hard to work with these broken soldiers because they were so hurt and wounded. And someone cared enough to show them, how powerful they were, how gifted they were, how talented they were. And and it took a while. I wanted to just do a WWF, and some of them are on my YouTube channel. Some of them I just want to jump from the top of a building and on top of their head. But that's what happens when you're dealing with hurting people. But I had the patience and I had the compassion, because I saw their gifts, I saw their skills. And a lot of those soldiers that I work with have become awesome leaders in the military. I mean, all walks of warrant officer, commissioned officers, command sergeant majors, drill sergeants, first sergeants, they were some awesome, they created, they became some awesome leaders because it was there. So what if I was a jealous leader that never wanted them to get beyond me? Then they would have been stagnated. And that's not a leader. In the military, you lead to train them and to move them beyond where you are. And that's my hope for some of you guys here on YouTube, is to raise you up, give you information, get you guys on your feet so that you can write. There's some of you that need to write books. Some of you are in the legal, some of you were telling me that you are studying law. This information needs to get into the legal system. You've been through it. You know what it's like to be in the legal system having to deal with a narcissist. Some of you guys are going to learn how to bring this information to the legal arena. Some of you guys medical. So some of you guys are being able to, this is what happens when your body is stressing. This is what happens, this is a narcissist, and you'll be able to identify it. I mean, everybody is from different walks of life. Everybody does something different. That's just like with the military. I was Army, but this includes all branches of service. So I speak from an Army perspective, but it's all the same basic principles. In the military, you have different branches. You have the quartermaster, and in the quartermaster branch, you have logisticians, you have bath and laundry, you have you have food services, you have water purification, then you have, I think, not chemical, it was something else. But then you have ordnance branch. The ordnance branch has the mechanics. You have there's some more in there. I can't think of them at the time. Mechanics and whatever, you know, heavy wheel mechanics, part changers, whatever. Then you have let's see, engineers. You have those that blow stuff up, and then you have people that build stuff back up. You have the medical arena. You have the dental branch. You have the medical branch. You have orthodontists. You have what else you have? I mean, every branch of the medical field, you have it in there. And so each one specializes in something, but we all fight the same thing. Each one of them have learned something different. You have the legal branch. You have the, what is it called? What is the legal branch called? I can't think of it right now. Then you have AG, the Adjutant General. You have the administrative people. You have the general staff that deals with administration. You know, so everybody plays a part in the military. We all do different things, but we all do it together as a team. When we go out, that's why the military says one fight. We're fighting one thing. And anytime we go out with one fight, you learn to do your military occupational specialty. You learn your skill in garrison, meaning when you're not in war, and you perfect it, you know, with computers and this and that and this. But then when you go out into a field environment, when you deploy, you have to learn to do it without all the common, it may not be Wi-Fi out there or something, you know, but you have to learn to do it in a tactical environment. And so with every coach and with each one of you, each one of them has their own flavor. They have their own flavor. They have their own skill. They have their own experiences. They have their own lifestyle. The one thing we all have in common is a narcissist relationship. Parents, you know, whether it's parents, whether it's friends, whether it's family members, it doesn't matter, whether it's loved ones or whoever you were connected to, we all have the same fight. We're all fighting the same thing and learning to recover from the same thing. We're all in it together, and each one of you has different skill sets. Just like in the military, different departments, you have different skill sets to do what you do. So don't go on different coaches because you don't like the way that they say what they say. A lot of people don't like the way that I say what I say, you know, and then there are other people that have different flavors. They have different flavors. They have different looks. You know, this is not a common doctor look. And so some people assume that I'm supposed to sit here in a suit or I don't know, if a stethoscope around my neck. I'm not a medical doctor. You know, I think someone, we blocked that individual to ask me, you know, how do you not know what anesthesia is? Well, you know, I could have said, well, if you had a brain tumor, let's choose. Would you want a psychiatrist? Would you want a orthodontist? Would you want a brain surgeon? Or would you want a psychologist? Each doctor is different. There's different doctors. And so, you know, I don't have the common doctor look, which in society, you know, what is a doctor supposed to look like? You know, and so even with the coaches on there, you know, what is a coach supposed to look like? How are they supposed to talk? Each one of them are from different backgrounds, different areas, and they appeal to a specific audience. If that's not the audience for you, don't go to that audience. There are some people that are very elite, very professional, you know, that prefer more professional individuals that speak on their level. And then there are some that, you know, don't mind having, you know, someone young, you know, that's vibrant and got a little ghetto to them, you know. And then some of you guys like me, I'm kind of unique myself, you know. And then you have people like my mentor, who is a presiding prelate, who is in ministry, who deals with high level of professionals at all time, very professional. She's a very professional woman. So each person has their own flavor at how they present something. And I'll leave it like this. Long time ago when I was learning, okay, y'all don't laugh at me, okay? I was learning how to flavor my collard greens. Some of you guys say collards. I was learning how to flavor collards. I couldn't get the flavor right. And I remember speaking to an old mother in the church one day. And I said, Mother, listen, I can't get the flavor right. It just won't work for me. I don't know. How do you make yours? And she said, baby, she says, your flavor is your flavor. She says, whatever flavor you create with your collards or your specific flavor is unique to each individual. And I said, wow, that really resonated with me, because it really went beyond a pot of collard greens, and it went to let me know, hey, I have my own flavor. I have my own style. You know, each and every coach has their own flavor, has their own style. Yes, y'all, I know I cook collard greens. My big sister touched my head and imparted her gift on me, and I finally flavored my greens right. So now I can do my greens right, and it's my particular flavor. So just to end the story for you guys, right? But the point is that each coach has their own flavor. Each coach has their own style. And so you have to pick. You can pick up. A lot of you guys, if you are triggered by a coach, some coaches are surface. When you're looking at narcissistic coaches, one lady she emailed me, suggested to turn off the volume. I can't recall her name, but she said, turn off the volume. She told me, suggest this to you guys. Turn off the volume, watch their facial expression. Watch their facial expression. Remember, a narcissist is very mechanical. They study facial features. They look to see how it's almost like it's scripted. You have those theatrical actors. There are different type of training that they get. I think one is theatrics or dramatic type, where they're very dramatic. Everything is very, very dramatic. But if you watch their facial features, watch how are they very mechanical? Are they very, like, they're trying to get their, facial expressions together? Does it sound very surface? When they give information, is it very surface stuff that you can easily look up? I think someone said you can just easily look up. Are they saying stuff that everybody else is saying? All of us have similar stories because we all dealt with an individual exactly with the same diagnosis or same, well, we can't say diagnosis because we don't know them personally, but you're dealing with an individual with the same symptomology or features from the diagnostic manual. And so if you're dealing with an individual with the same features and symptoms, then each one of you that present information is going to sound the same, but you're going to present the information differently. The way I present the information may be one way, but someone else may take that same information, because all of us talk about the Hoover. Everyone talks about the love bombing. And well, most people, everybody talks about the love bombing. Everybody talks about the discard. But how do we present the information? How does it resonate with you? Is it very surface where you need more meat? Some people need more meat. They need more in-depthness. And then some people are pretty good at surface. There are some people that are not ready to deal with their pain. And so when a person hits that spot and causes you to go all over the place and you weren't ready for that pain, then you're mad. You want to get off of their side. You want to have something to say, or you want to argue and be combative with them. I've had people do that where I hit a spot and they became combative. And I did too. Delete. I did too. I don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. If that coach is not for you, or if that mental health provider is not for you, or if that doctor is not for you, just don't go to the page. If there's stuff that I say that triggers you, don't listen to the video. Go to another video, or go to another coach, or go to another site. But don't get on there and just become combative with people. Leave them alone. Everybody has the right to do, I don't care if they're a narcissist or not. And some of you guys are misjudging people as being narcissists, and they're really broken and hurt people that are trying to gain momentum and trying to find themselves while they're doing what they're doing. And they're going to make mistakes. I made mistakes, early on. In the very beginning, I addressed mostly women because that's all the people that came to me. And so I still have people going to look at old videos and asking me, why am I not addressing men? And I have to let them know, go back to more recent videos where I included men in there, because the men started reaching out. And so at first I was just addressing the audience, and then later on I started addressing everyone. I even changed the way I did my intro. And so it's a learning process. And some people are still hurt and still triggered. And so the way that they fight back may not be the way that anybody else fight back. The way that I fight back is I just delete you. I don't even react to you. And so sometimes people need mentors while I have a mentor. And so I have a mentor that watches my videos and critiques me so that I know how to do it better next time. She'll let me know, I have tough skin, and she'll let me know, no. Or that's not, and she will talk to me about it because she wants the better for you guys, and I want the better for you guys. And if there's a mistake that I'm making, I won't go back and repeat that mistake. But everybody needs to be trained up to do what they're doing. Everybody may not be ready, and some people are still hurting. So do not go on and just make it your mission to go shut down people's YouTube channel, because then you're going to look like the nuisance. You should be blocked off of people's channel, because if you come and become argumentative with me, I'm going to block you too. I don't have time to argue with you. You are interrupting the precious time that people have to watch these videos to get a healing. My concern are those people that are interested. If you're not interested, get off the channel. If you're more concerned about whether I'm a man or a woman, and just to mark it, I'm a woman, I had 3 babies, I gave birth, I was in the hospital, I'm a woman. So some people go on, and see what I mean? What does that have to do with narcissism? What does that have to do with recovering with narcissism? You see, that trolling, just asking, with all due respect, let me ask you a question. Are you a transvestite? That is about the dumbest question you can ask somebody. What does that have to do with narcissism? Delete. You see, you don't have to react to everything. You see what I mean? So some people just come on, they're not even listening to the video. They're watching me. You wear too much makeup, delete. Then you don't need to watch the videos. You know, what you need to do is, what I need to do is delete you. That's what I need to do. You see what I mean? So if you're not happy with the channels, don't go to the channel. Unsubscribe from the channel, go find another channel that's gonna suit you. If you don't like my channel, you go find another channel too. So I just wanted to talk to my family for a minute, to my YouTube family, so that you can make some informed decisions, because we have to change the behavior. Because some of you are coming out of these relationships and you have picked up on some behaviors from the narcissist. And so people will look at you as a narcissist because you picked up, you're doing some of the same things that the narcissist is doing. You're launching smear campaigns. You don't know whether the person, you're not, you have to observe long enough. You guys watch me long enough to determine whether or not I think someone called me a narcissist. I thought it was funny, so I just deleted. You go find another channel then. You see what I mean? But some of you guys are going on people's Facebook page and just calling them names and becoming an argument. You're supposed to be deleted. You're supposed to be. I would too. And so hopefully this has helped you guys. I just wanted to bring some awareness. I wanted to do some house cleaning, because there are people on here that need this information. There are people on here that depend on this information to help them make informed decisions, to help them feel better. We don't need drama. We're not trying to do drama. And if you really think about it, you have picked up on some behaviors from the narcissist when you go to other people's channel. There are people on this channel right here, they go to other people's channel to go and tell your comments to other people. And they do it not just on one channel, they do it on a lot of channels. It's called triangulating. And that's what they're accustomed to. They're accustomed to drama. They're accustomed to chaos, because this is what the narcissist had them in. That's all that they're accustomed to. So the only way that they can gain attention, the only way that they can get some attention or get some feedback or make themselves feel good or get some fuel, because some of them are narcissists as well, to get some fuel is to triangulate and just cause drama amongst social media. Don't pay attention to that. Delete them. Leave them alone. And don't become involved in that. Because those are narcissistic traits. That's what narcissists do. And so I'm teaching you guys, Apostle Sadler is teaching you guys narcissistic traits, narcissistic behaviors, even the behaviors that you have. You have to change some behaviors. You've picked up some narcissistic fleas, and there are some things that you do that are very similar to a narcissist will have people confused, making them think that you're a narcissist. So hopefully this has helped you. Just want to put some information out there and clarify some things and let you guys know, stop that. You got to change your behavior. You got to change the way that you think. You have to change, it takes time to change the way that you're thinking after you've been abused. It takes time to change your behavior. But then when people bring that behavior out to you, some people don't like the correction. Some people don't like to be pointed out. Some people don't like to look at themselves. Well, you can't be like the narcissist. You have to be different. That's what made you great. That's what made you unique. That's what made you get hoovered, love bombed, because of your uniqueness, because you are a very unique individual. Maintain that uniqueness and look at your own self. You have the capacity, something that the narcissist does not have the capacity to do, to look within, look at yourself and begin to change certain behaviors once it's brought to your attention. You bring it to a narcissist's attention, they don't change the behavior. Bring it to your attention, you can change that behavior. That's the uniqueness about you. You do not want to be like them. And some of you have picked up their fleas. And so those are not your fleas. You have picked up some of their traits. That is not, you don't have to survive like that anymore. You can be the unique you that you were created to be. You can be the collard green with your own flavor. You can be your person with your flavor. People need to hear it the way that you said it. They need to hear it with your personality. They need to read your book with your personality. You don't try to be like me or anybody else. You be the unique you to give the information out the way that you give the information out, because there are people that need to hear it the way that you bring that information. So hopefully this has helped you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Those of you that are new, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm so honored. Please share these videos so that people can get this information that don't know anything about narcissism or know that they're in a narcissistic relationship. Share the videos. And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hit the bell so you know whenever I upload new videos. I do come on live on Sundays between 8 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So it's West Coast time, so that I am open for questions and answers. You guys can ask me whatever you'd like to ask me. And please take the opportunity to go to my mentor's YouTube channel. Is get her numbers up. It is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. She comes on live Tuesday through Saturday. I pre-record And I post and I come on live on Sunday so I can stay focused on one particular topic. As she has her topics and then opens it up so that you guys can communicate back and forth and ask whatever questions you want to, especially those of you that are dealing with, she is not a religious individual. She is open to talking to everyone. And she always says take the principles out of what is being said and apply it to the way that you believe. She'll let you know how she thinks as a pastor, and then you have to apply that information the way that you think and whatever your affiliation, spiritual belief system is. She's awesome. She's awesome. She gives some very in-depth information, and that is my spiritual mother. And so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And so thank you guys for tuning in. I also have a Facebook page, Psychological Health Consultants and Services. Hit the thumbs up. I think is it thumbs up? Hit the like button. And I record and I post on both channels. And I usually go live on both channels. Unless I'm traveling, I can only come live on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to both channels, okay? So you guys have an awesome, my computer went out, but have an awesome day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. As my friend always says, go and be great.